I don't think there really is a secret sauce for maintaining a good company culture. I think you need to stick with your core values, and as you grow and bring on new people, you need to make sure that they really adhere to and embrace and live those core values.
They really have each other's backs. We're a much more circular organization than hierarchical. It's so important to us that we've actually hired a director of corporate culture and employee engagement.
I feel that it's more about listening to your employees. So we do a survey every year where we get ideas of what our employees are looking for. Our professionals were looking to have a non-professional attire while they were in the office. And so we implemented a dress for your day policy, where if they were in the office for the day and not seeing any clients, they were able to come in a more casual attire.
Our theme song would have to be, "We Are Family, Sister Sledge." Everyone can see that we walk together and we trust one another. That's the CLA family.
We recently got a new copier. One of the programmers and our staff put a sign on the copier that said, "Voice-activated copier, just tell it what you want it to do." Someone took the bait and walked up to the copier, looked at it, couldn't figure it out, and says, "I would like a copy." Of course, nothing happened. "You gotta be louder." "Oh, I would like a copy." "You need to tell how many copies." "I would like one copy." "Well, you need to be really nice." "I would like one copy, please."
The people go crazy to walk into the organization and see that what we say during the interview is that you create your own path because you're working with a blank sheet of paper. And they get excited from the empowerment that they have to do that.
I have really such a polite staff because they haven't said a peep to me about any of the embarrassing things that I've done. So they've probably stayed quietly in the background just laughing about it without telling me. So I'm not totally aware, but they may tell me it was this video.
At the heart of everything we do is believing in and trying to make people's lives better, whether that be through developing and nurturing our employees and coaching them through difficult times in their life, or simply from helping our customers get out of a jam when their equipment's down and their business isn't running, to the various charities that we donate money to.
We don't invest in one philanthropic endeavor. We invest in many, and they all have one thing in common. They are either to help people that are in crises or people who have made bad decisions in their life and have decided to make amends for those and to make better decisions going forward.
I think what makes us unique is the fact that we've managed to keep a small firm feel as we've grown to become one of the largest regional firms in the area. Pretty difficult to do when you experience the growth we have.
I screwed this up royally like the first 3 years of our business. You know, I kind of felt like culture built itself, like we were this startup and we had growth. And then all of a sudden we got to 25 employees and I looked around and I realized that there was no consistency to the culture. And so really it was a matter of reflecting on, you know, what is the definition of our culture? What do we want that to look like? Focusing on building that and then managing that.
You can't build the culture. What you can do is feed the culture and get parameters around that. I think one of the best things that you can do to sort of guide or sort of lead the culture in a certain direction is by showing people how to behave rather than telling people how to behave.
We try to find people that not only can produce an awesome output, which is in our service, the payroll, the benefits, the human resource delivery, but we look at it as an opportunity to say, hey, is this somebody that I'd like to hang out with for 2 hours at a happy hour or a company event or a company picnic? So those people that we really mesh well with, I think is the reason why we're such a really cool unit.
I think the secret sauce in our case is prioritizing our people. It sounds so simple, but many companies fail to do this. Not only investing in them, but also truly listening to them, understanding where they're coming from, and making decisions that make sense.
You have to mean what you say and actually put resources behind putting people first. It's an easy thing to say, not quite an easy thing to execute, but you have to be able to bring people together on a regular basis in a setting in which they feel comfortable so that they will interact freely. There's really no other way to do it.
So probably the most embarrassing thing was one day the employees were coming into work and they saw this person, who happened to be me, standing outside the office in a mix of sports clothing, Orioles, Ravens, Maryland Terrapins. Nothing matched. The socks didn't match. The shirt tail was hanging out. But it was a day that we as corporate management prepared and served breakfast to all of our employees, and I was their maitre d'.
Building a successful company culture to us is all about finding the value. And there's more than meets the eye, whether it's people or process or product. So we like to pride ourselves on finding a little bit of magic in everything.
There's a lot of store-on-store competitions, so we have like step challenges, which is about working out, but then we also have a kickball tournament. And being the store champ is a huge deal. So that's one thing we do. And then there's also, the leadership meeting every other Wednesday. We run before the meeting. So we really practice what we preach. Exercise sort of makes everything better, makes you think a little bit more clearly. So we like to do that together.
We want our employees to be healthy. We do a lot to encourage health and wellness, but we will pay for your gym membership. And we have high participation in that. In fact, it's great because you'll see a lot of our employees actually go to the gym together.
We work really hard to make GANTECH work for the employee, not just a place for the employees to work. GANTECH's culture is unique because we are totally not PC. The GANTECH salute is literally flipping the bird to the CEO or another employee.
Our secret sauce is that we are authentic and we really allow people to own their jobs. There's not a lot of micromanaging. Everyone's sort of entrepreneurial. We don't have a big hierarchy.
There's no better secret sauce in our company than allowing our employees to be themselves. Never hold back, always voice their opinions, and always participate as much as possible in every staff meeting.
The culture is not something you define from the top down. It is the people. So the people that we've selected are really an interesting mix of different skills and mindsets. And I think you need to develop an innovation mindset by bringing lots of different personalities and characters together, but allowing them to glue it together with the same cultural understanding of how they want to work.
It's really hard to pick one word to describe a great culture because I think a culture includes all of the implicit as well as explicit things that make a company great. But if I were to choose one word for Jellyfish, I would say that Jellyfish is about accountability.
Well, when you first walk into our office, you'll see a little stuffed Yoda. And so basically, if we don't have the answer, you just go ask Master Yoda.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
No, he speaks. Oh, yeah.
I think the secret sauce in our company is probably our desire to get to know the employees. I even tell people during interviews, I don't care if you wear a tie or not, the interview is going to be more about you than it is what you're wearing.
7 or 8 years ago, our staff actually organized a volunteer committee. So they year-round plan events and are supported 100% by the company.
So our most successful initiative is our yearly golf tournament, which we set up to benefit the American Red Cross Service to Armed Forces. 80% of our employees are veterans, so it's a cause that is really important to them.
We donated the space in the banquet hall at one of our properties, and our customers and our employees all came together to give blood at a time when it's really crucially needed.
Our most charitable contribution to date, I would say, is the mentoring tutoring that we do within Prince George's County to the youth.
We believe giving back sincerely, particularly to the military. The National Military Family is a foundation that we raised over $6,000 for one of our tournaments. So we're really proud of that.
Instead of sending candy or cards or whatever to our clients, we pick a cost. And then as a company, we come together and affect the cost in some way, shape, or form. Last year, we took on Barks, and we took on a fundraising activity for them. We set out to raise like $10,000. And after everything was said and done, we ended up raising $250,000 for them.
Without doubt, the TV show we're most like is The Office. My CEO, he's Michael, and I'm Jim. He's not going to see this video, right?
6 of our guys were singing Oasis Wonderwall, just randomly. I actually don't think there was any reason for that. But everyone just started chiming in, and everyone just started singing Wonderwall during Leadership Week prior to us going out for a happy hour. So this was before alcohol.
I think our mascot would be Bugs Bunny. Bugs is one of those characters that is very creative, very fun to be around, adventurous, and at the end of the day, he gets stuff done.
The most embarrassing thing that I've ever done was during a celebration of reaching company goals where we had an event that I had to dress in a bikini and ride on a surfboard while another group sang a song in the background, and I had to pretend to surf in the bikini.
The store was packed one day, and I was moving around real quickly, and I backed up over a fitting stool and flipped over and fell in the middle of the store.